Hi, I'm Frank Melling, and I've got the great pleasure of organising the Thundersprint in not so sunny Northwich, but it's a lovely Saturday evening. It's 5 to 7 and we're going to be ready to rock and roll in less than 10 hours now.
Preparations are indeed well underway, turning a car park into a racetrack. But of course, you can't have a race without bikes, and we'll be seeing lots of hot race action later in the show. But first, let's have a bit of Thundersprint history, shall we?
We began the Thundersprint 7 years ago with a very clear idea of what could be done with motorcycle sport. Motorcycle sport was always aimed at experts, always aimed at people who were enthusiasts. We wanted to take motorcycle sport and bring it to the general public. So sprinting is very simple, one bike, one rider, simple timing system. But in addition to that, we've added lots of new interesting ideas. We've got ballet, we've got Morris dancing, we've got maypole dancing, we've got brass bands, we've got Spitfire, we've got a huge party, and that party has a motorcycling theme, and that's why the Thundersprint's a success. It's friendly, it's open, and it's of the community and for the community, and it excites me in my heart and excites me in my mind.
Tomorrow we'll see over 200 bikes roaring round the Thundersprint circuit one at a time, which means that timing is crucial.
Hello there, I'm Trevor Duckworth from Straightliners. We run motorsport events throughout the country. This weekend we're here at Northwich for the famous Thundersprint. It's the biggest event of its kind in the UK, probably in Europe, and we're here to time it. We're just setting up all the timing gear and getting everything ready for tomorrow. We've measured the track so that we can put the intermediate stops in. We'll be able to give the rider 2 splits and a finish. The track is virtually laid, all our cabling is in now. Tomorrow morning, first thing, 6 o'clock, we'll be laying the lamps and the timing equipment, and we'll be ready to run at 8:45 for practice. Well, the racing here is very good. I mean, we time all over the country. This is the biggest event there is in Europe, and it is absolutely spot on. The racing is really, really good, and the guys and riders really take it seriously.
The Thundersprint is a free event, and so it relies on sponsors and lots of support to make it all happen.
The purpose of Bike Trader being associated with the Thundersprint is to come in contact with the public, with the general public, rather than advertisers and dealers. We just decided to bring the trailer here today and bring the magazines to the actual reader. The event last year had a 50,000 attendance, and we're expecting 90,000 attending this year. We've got over 4,000 magazines and goodie bags to give away. Auto Trader are going to be sharing the event with us tomorrow as well, so we're looking to have a good day.
As traders prepare for a busy day and the final finishing touches are put to the track, Frank's thoughts turn to his guest star.
After this, we're going to meet Jim Redman to celebrate his 50 years of motorcycling success. 6 World Championships, 6 TT wins, and only one of 2 people to win 3 GPs in a day, something that can never be achieved again. And we're going to say thank you to Jim for the pleasure he's given to so many people over the years.
So as the riverboat gently wanders down the waterways of Cheshire, we thought we'd catch up with an event that happened earlier in the day.
The awards are going to be presented by our guest of honour today and tomorrow, Jim Redman, who's 6 times world champion and 6 times TT winner. And Jim's starting a celebratory tour of the world of 50 years of motorcycle racing. And he's given us the great honour of starting it here. Thank you for coming, Jim, today. So we're going to start with the sidecar class. First of all, the Triumph Trophy outfit, please. And the best in show, I've had nothing to do with the judging, but I must admit from my heart, I went out with this. What we're here this weekend is to celebrate living bikes. So I'm really glad that Derek Pembleton's very well used Royal Enfield's won. The second goes to the BSA Bantam. The race class there, first CB750R. Thank you everybody for coming, and we'll see you all tomorrow at the Thundersprint.
I'm Chris Crimes, and this is a BSA Bantam which I've built from scratch over a couple of winters several years ago. just because I just love riding the bike, and having built it I thought it'd be good to ride it, so I started to go into sprints, and the Thundersprint was the second sprint that I took part in. That's about 5-6 years ago, and I've been in every one since. It's just a fun bike to ride, no great shakes on speed, but it's just a great ride, and it's a wonderful sprint to take part in. It's ideal for the short sprints, and being nimble and light, and ideally suited to the Thundersprint as well. And that's, being a classic bike, it really is good. Yeah, a little bit of tweaking done to it, but it's as it is. It's a Bantam, instantly recognisable, and it's a bike that a lot of people first rode when they first started biking.
It's been a good show, and I've won first prize for best of class and first prize for best of show. Normally I start out about 9:30 in the morning, go up to Llangollen, the Ponderosa, the coffee, natter with the lads for about an hour and a half, and then straight back via Wrexham. Throughout my life on this bike, I've done about 170,000 miles. So, still going strong, get another couple of years on it, then I've had it for 50 years then. I've never been in a sprint. I did paste it a few times when it was new, but now I've slowed down a lot.
Hello there, my name's Peter. I'm a member of the Historic Endurance Racing team. We're actually here today to demonstrate these three machines. We've actually put them together to demonstrate the endurance racing side of motorcycling. This machine originally began life in a shop in 1969. It was one of the first Honda CB750s to actually come to the UK. It was purchased by Mr. Peter Darville and was campaigned in the 24-hour Boldore series in 1971, in which it actually came second to Percy Tate on the Works BSA, and it raced from 1969 through to 1972. This particular machine is not an original racing bike. It was actually purchased for £200 as a box of bits over 4 years ago. It's been extensively rebuilt, and you now see it in the form of a Honda CB750R. The engine is an 820 Yoshimura engine. It's got many extras which have been put on to make it useful for racing. This is the original bike, that actually the reason why the Historic Endurance team was formed. This bike was campaigned by Mr. Peter Darville, who was a great endurance racer. We actually found this in the back of a garage covered in mould. It was filthy dirty, and we just recognised it from one small bit. This bike has been put back together. It's still in its original condition as it was in its last race in 1978. And we are here to actually show his life, show the bikes that he used to race, and to actually celebrate what he did. And hopefully he will be attending a number of events this year to actually see and hear his machines being ridden.
Which is fantastic. But what do the local council make of all that noise and racket on a Sunday?
I'm Anne Bingham Holmes. I'm the Chief Executive of Vale Royal Borough Council. I'm really pleased to be here today, and how much the Borough Council enjoys having such an event here in Northwich. It's been the second year that we've held this event. We were a little worried about last year about whether people would come along, but we were really fantastically surprised that we had over 50,000 visitors. And I think this year we're expecting something in the region of 75,000 people to come. The enthusiasts that exist around the area will want to come along and see the type of event that we've got here. I think it's fair to say that I knew nothing about motorbikes last year, but with the enthusiasm of people like Frank Melling and Jim Redman who introduced us to the subject, the whole roar, the noise, just the whole event was fantastic, and that's what I'm hoping to get out of it again this year.
When you've got a successful show like the Thundersprint, you're always looking to build on that success. So how many people was Frank expecting this time around?
Tomorrow we'll have 75,000 people packed into the centre of Northwich, and this brings motorcycle sport and the general public together in a way which is unparalleled. And that's thanks to the people of Northwich and the generosity of the local council, who recognise that the Thundersprint is not motorcycle sport for somebody else, not motorcycle sport which you only have to be a committed enthusiast to enjoy. This is of and for the community, and for me it's a sheer delight.
and it will be a delight to see loads of these bikes in action. We'll have the bikes racing, trials bike demos and the cavalcade of machines around the centre of Northwich. All of that after the break.